Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We're doing something a little different today. Each month the Factorio Reddit people run a monthly map, and there is a monthly map this month which is using the Brave New World scenario, which I've installed, and the AAI collection of mods for vehicles and so forth. I have also added in AAI Industry, which complicates the early game a little bit. I've added inbuilt lighting for power poles because otherwise you literally cannot see what's going on. And I think that's it, nothing else game changing. So we're going to have a go at this. Slightly different from normal. I'm going to do a lot of pausing recording or doing things off screen because this is quite a slow playthrough and I'd quite like to show the entire thing over a handful of episodes this month. So here goes. This is also my fourth attempt at recording because of various hijinks in the previous ones. So fingers crossed this time. I am going to select the Brave New World option off mod scenario, then next, and then there is a map exchange string from the Reddit post, which I will link in the description. Okay, it should look like this with a patch of water. There's a bit of coal here, and I think there's a patch of oil around this area. So in we go. Great. So this time we have not crash landed. For once we escaped that. What we have done is landed with 100 construction bots, 50 logistics bots, 10 research packs, a storage box with nothing in it, and a storage box with 4 more roboports, a starter kit, and some boxes. So let's see if we can turn this into a base. Now, the number one thing at the beginning of the game is that this is not enough power to run your logistics. So we need to expand power, but it's also not enough power to run your base, even if you've set up power. So what we need to do is keep the base power system and the factory we build separate somehow. So it's a little bit tricky. Right, this is all here. We should have all these items on our start bar. So let's start off by trying to set up power. All right, you see a bot came out. I'm going to drag that down. I would like to go as far down as I can go. I don't know how many more of these I have. That many. Good. We need to really minimize bot transfer distance. Which way around do I want? Yeah, I want this to be this way, and you'll see why in a moment. Awesome. Right, I am now going to, this requires some water because we are using the AAI Industry mod pack, and that requires power to power offshore pumps. Okay, and then we've got our power up here. We need to supply it, so we're going to use a requester chest. We are going to set the request to wood. Good, and I guess we cut down some trees. Whoops. So a trees and rocks deconstruction planner. And I guess that's a good selection of trees to get. There are some options in the mod, which I have chosen, which give you, let's just work out. I want some logistics coverage of, I guess that's the best I can do at the moment. Okay, and then this needs to go up there. Right, so this is powered, which means there is logistics coverage for this box. Good. And this is now getting going. It is indeed. Brilliant. All right, so the next thing is that we need to get power out of this. That works, doesn't it? Okay, and then this pump here has filled this pipe with water, so we have a little reserve of water. So let's take this away. We're in the night time, so you can see we have a bit of a problem. But what I can do now is run... Does that cover? Yes, it does. Good. So now we are powering our own water from our own power system. So it's a really small power system. This is all we have currently. All right, brilliant. The next thing is, I guess we need to mine some coal. And we need to really minimize the use of power poles because we start off with about 50 of them. And obviously at the moment we can't make any more. Okay, so that could go there. I want to get it over a reasonably good resource patch. That's good. This is definitely inside logistics range, is it? No, it's not. Okay, that's no good. This has to be inside logistics range. So let's move this over. And you see I'm trying to use max power pole range at every opportunity. Move that up one. It's going to be useful in a moment. Okay, we need to provide this coal to the network. And I guess I'll use a provider chest. I don't want anything else ending up in this box. And I'm also going to cap this at 2 stacks. The reason for that is I very much don't want to end up having to deconstruct a box entirely full of coal. That would make me quite sad. Okay, and then we're going to swap this request from wood to coal. Okay, so I've set it to 50. From past experience, you need at least 50, maybe, yeah, let's leave it at 50, but you need 50 or so coal for this to run through the nighttime. Otherwise you ran out of coal during the nighttime. In fact, I think I'm going to set that up to 100. It's quite a big buffer. But I want this to run all the way through the nighttime. Otherwise, we end up in a ridiculous situation where our factory stops every time the sun goes down. All right, the next thing we need is some iron. Okay, so we can drag a power pole across this sort of way. So let's have a look. Okay, so let's put one there. And that has 3.3k. That's more than enough to be going on with. All right, and I'm going to put this on a belt. And then I don't know where I'm going to take it to, but it's fine for now, I guess. And notice I've kept this and this totally separate. Otherwise, this little bit of power is going to be running all of this. All right, so I'm going to delete the radar because it's not helping us. It's just taking power. Also, this box here, we're not really using it for anything, so that can go. Okay, then we're down to a single box. Keeps everything a bit neater and tidier. In the name of really reducing our power drain, let's get rid of those lights. Okay, I know they're almost nothing compared to the power overhead of running a Roverport, but yeah. All right, so the next thing is going to be we need some copper. So, again, minimizing our power poles. Good. And we're going to need some stone and stone brick. What's the best way to do this? So, again, I want to minimize our power poles. I can't really see what's going on here. Let's clear some of these trees. I don't want to clear too many trees because we are relying on them for pollution at the moment. Not for pollution, for not getting dead from pollution. Okay, so we're going to need some coal coming out of here. Perhaps we need a stone furnace. Okay. Maybe I can make that a burner inserter. That's probably better. I start with 4 burner inserters, and they're a lot cheaper to run. Okay, we're going to put that there. We are then going to put that like that. So that's going to output the bricks onto that belt. And then we are going to do this. So this will end up with a mixture of bricks and stone in there. Why is this not covered? Because it is a single tile too low. Yep, the tiles really matter here because we absolutely have to minimize our footprint to start with. Okay, next thing, I need building coverage over here. I also want to leave this as our production area. So let's, okay, so that's no good because it's inside those power poles. That's all right, I think. Okay, so that's power to those. Let's double check how this is running. This is still running off the wood, so we're all good. All right, so we've got stone coming up. It is buffering up here. Are we? Okay, so I think let's make that into a whole row. This may bite us later. I can't filter these. I wish I'd installed a mod that gave you filtered slots. But that's just how it is. All right, so this is our not entirely clever process. But it will do the job, I think. We have no lighting, but we're using lit power poles. You can see there's a lit area around it. All right, so today we're trying to get to the point of bootstrapping this whole process up. I need to be within this area, but I need to be powered from our power system rather than from... okay, so maybe... No, if I put things on both sides of the belt, that's going to cause trouble. All right, let's double check where the edge is. The edge is over here somewhere. All right, so I need to... Does that bring us in? Yeah, it does. Good. All right, so the mined material is going to be on the top side of that belt. So what I need is probably a burner inserter. Okay, and I need a requester. And I'm going to need to set that requester to... let's go down here. To request in coal. Maybe I've used up all my... Yeah, I've probably used up all of these by now. Okay, there we go. Now this whole thing doesn't seem lined up very well to take advantage of these power poles. Where would I need to be? That would do it, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, so let's move that there. And we'll put these there. That's pretty good. You can see, because this runs out of power, the logistics network goes away. So until this gets charged, I genuinely don't have any construction or anything coverage over here. All right, then we'll need output as well. Can we do that? Ah, we can do even better here, can't we? All right, so let's take this. All right, I'm going to paste it down here. I'm going to do the same with this. Okay, and then before it can get built, I'm just going to try and lasso this whole thing around a power pole. Will that work? Yeah, it will. Brilliant. So we've reduced the number of power poles we need in our build by doing it this way. Okay, and then I would like this to go into a box. And I think I want to put it into a provider or a storage box or something. I have a feeling that if I don't do that, I won't be able to get this material out again. We are still waiting for this to charge up. That's really annoying. I hope it happens today rather than at some point in the future. Right, because I can't set the request for this until this charges. So you see it's come online now, so all this gets built. And this is a tile too far away. That's fine, I can move that down one. Right, and then we can set the logistics request here. I don't want a whole stack of coal. I think 10 is adequate. It just needs to be delivered. Alright, and the way we clear the belts is with F, as if I was hoovering it up, but it just dumps it onto the floor. Okay. Anything dumped on the floor then gets picked up by the logistics system, and we have now put some stuff, some plates, into a box. So that's our first job done. The second job is to set up some manufacturing. I keep going to this view. Let's have a quick look. We've got chests that we can click on, roboports and bots and things. Whenever you click on one of these, it just puts it into your hand as a ghost, so you don't actually craft anything. Yeah, so that is working. We are making stuff. All right. So I've got some assembling machines. I start off with 4 of them. The first thing is I would like to make one more smelter. Okay. That's not a good place. All right, let's go there. Again, I'm really trying to maximize the use of poles. So we're going to set a request here for stone. And when this gets back, there's a bot highlighted as carrying this. It's recharging. There's a lot of recharging that happens early on in the game. So this is, we're going to set this stone furnace to make this. Then we're going to set it to gears, I guess. All right. So in a moment, this will get its 5th piece of stone. There we are. So I can reset the recipe. That dumps any items in the machine on the floor. Then we're going to set this to gears. And we're going to add a request here for a stack of stone. And we are going to set the request from buffer chests, because we have 4 buffer chests. We're going to have to use them. But our basic factory is working now, isn't it? So we're making some gears. Now the problem is we're not putting the gears anywhere. Okay, so let's put them into a passive provider chest, if we have any left. Okay, then we're going to set up these. We are going to set a request for gears. Good. This is going to be set to science pots. This is going to be set to science pots. Then labs. Labs aren't on my start bar. Okay, so let's fix that. Oh, it's because they're not unlocked, even though they are in here. We start off with a couple of labs. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. Oh, out mode. There we are. Then the last thing is this needs to be set up to request copper. So this is our minimum start base. Now the reason I'm doing this with a provider chest and then requesting it back in here is because we can then set up a 4th machine here, and now this has access to gears as well as plates. So it's a way to basically give us a little production hub, which is taking the place of the handcrafting you would be doing in a normal game. So this is where I'm going to take our first pause. We are going to wait for the night time to run its course. Before we do that, I'm just going to set up which researches we need. So we would like to be able to make new assembling machines. To get there, we need 3 techs. So fuel processing is the gateway tech to everything else. What this does is gives you a fuel processing machine, which adds about 10% energy value to fuel. So we would feed this with coal. It would spit out these fuel canisters, which have more energy in them than the coal does. So everything in a few minutes will be run off canisters rather than off coal. The second tech is electricity. This gives us electric inserters and power poles. We can make the power poles from iron as well as from wood. It's just substituting 1 iron ore for 1 tree. It gives us the burner turbine generator, which is a really powerful way to generate early game power, but at the cost of needing to make these small electric motors, which are a bit of a pain. But no problem. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to queue up that. Then automation, which gives us assembly machines and long-handed inserters. Okay, and then we need to scale our mining, because at the moment we only have 4 electric mining drills. And I don't know whether we should go for the electric mining drill or if we should go for the mining machine. Let's have a look. The mining machine is made from burner drills and single cylinder engines, just requires iron and stone. That's a possibility, isn't it? So maybe we will do this entire playthrough never manufacturing any more electric mining drills. That would be entertaining. So we're probably going to go for that. So after we've done these 3 techs, we're going to do mining drill, and then this this is just a truck that moves materials from A to B, so we'll need that. I don't think we need position beacons, do we? But vehicle depot, I think, allows you to drop items, so it's like a train station. So we'll get that. And are there any other things? So this allows us to deploy a vehicle, which might be handy if I'm not sure how we deploy them without using a machine to deploy them. I'm not quite sure. The other thing we should look at is circuits, because since we can't manually drag and drop materials into machines, we probably want to use circuits. Here we are. We probably want to use circuits to control that. Okay, so maybe I don't need this for now. Maybe I should go straight to circuits. Okay, programmable structures is after this. Scan tiles to detect resources, enemies, and structures. Okay, that sounds like a bit of a pain. Let's go back. Okay, so we've got mining. I think we're going to want the where was it? Vehicle depot can't be made until we've got vehicles. So vehicles. Okay, so that looks like our early game. So I am going to basically chug through that research, honouring our night-day cycle. I'm just going to double check that we do in fact have coal in here. Yes, we do. That's good. So I'll be back once we've unlocked a tech that's worth talking about. Right, we're back. We've weathered a night time and lost power again. Anyway, so we've unlocked the fuel processor tech, which allows us to make fuel processors. So that requires iron, single cylinder engines, and stone brick. So let's add requests for these things here. So we want some single cylinder engines, and we want some stone brick. There we go. Awesome sauce. Now they're not in the network anywhere, so we need to make them. Single cylinder engines are made from iron plate and gears, so that's straightforward. And I think if I take this and I move it to there, then these two can reuse the same box. Right, why are we not getting any arms? Have we used up all of our arms? That is possible. Let's see. Yes, we had used up all our arms, so that's going to be a bit frustrating. Let's trim that back. So we're at the limit of inserters at this point. So the next thing we should probably do is think about what is needed to make some new inserters. This may not be easy, it may not be straightforward. Anyway, have we managed to make any engines? We've made 9. And how many did we need for, there it is, for the fuel processor? Where's it gone? Here. We needed 1, so that's absolutely fine. That's all the engines we need. So now we can set this to fuel processor. And when the power comes back, we will resume. At the moment, no research is happening because our gears are in here, not in here. So, another interlude while we brave nighttime. It is the next day. You can tell how long this playthrough is taking just to do almost nothing. We have unlocked electricity, which gives us access to the blue engines. They require copper cable, as well as iron and gears. And we have the burner turbine generator, which needs 4 of those electric motors. So 4 motors at 6 cable each. That's 6, 12, 18, 24 coils needed. We have already made 36, so that's pretty good. Okay, what else does it need? No, that's it. So we can now make some of these blue engines. Let's double check. Are we requesting in everything? Alright, so this is a thing that happens. This machine is picking up copper plate. There's no copper plate in this recipe, so the arm is stuck. So what you do is control click. That forces the item out of the hand. It would go into your inventory, but in this mod pack, things that would go in your inventory go on the floor. So that got that unjammed, and you end up needing this quite a lot. So I'm going to do a bit of a shuffle here to swap around various recipes in this free assembler until we've made all the things we need. So we've got a fuel processor. I'm going to need to make some burner inserters, which need sticks and engines. So again, we'll go through a couple of rounds of that. I may need some electric inserters, which need the blue engines and the burner inserters. So, and I may even need to make some power poles, but it's just going to be me setting and resetting the recipe on this assembler backwards and forwards in the daytimes when I have access to a logistics network. So I'll be back when I've done that rather annoying shuffle and we are ready to actually build a power system. Okay, so that took several day-night cycles, but we are nearly there. So we have a fuel processor. What this does is take burnables and basically upscale them. I don't want to use a burner inserter here actually, I want to use a real one. Okay, then what we're going to do is box that in a provider chest, and then we're going to put it into one of these, which is an AAI Industry burner turbine. It doesn't require an input of water, so you can put it anywhere that you've got power. This isn't in logistics range. Okay, so how are we going to fix this? I need this in logistics range. Can I move this out by 3 tiles? I don't have picker extended either. 1, 2, 3, is that correct? Yes, it is. All right, I don't have a lot of choice about that. So now we are producing these things and we are using them to generate electricity. So we can make a few changes. The first one is to cancel the coal request here. We're going to request fuel. The second one is over here. We are going to cancel the coal request here. We're going to request fuel, and we're going to set this down to 20. Should be absolutely fine. So now our coal is only existing to make fuel. And I think that means we can take this and put it there, so it's mining directly into this fuel maker. I think that's the plan. This box we can leave for now. It's not a big deal. It's full. We will slowly be emptying it into here, and for a while there'll be enough fuel in here to run this. So that's absolutely fine. What else? We have unlocked some techs, so let's go through them one by one. We've unlocked long-handed inserter, which is going to be super awesome. We have the AI mining vehicle. Okay. The way this works is there are 3 versions of each machine. There's the machine itself, and then there's a way to bless it into being one that can be controlled by the AI system for driving trucks around, and this unblesses it from that system. Okay. So we have unlocked the assembling machine. So this now means we can expand out our crafting to more than 4 machines if we wish. We have a zone planner, which I don't know what it does. It's something to do with AI. I think it's to mark things like production centers or mining areas or deforestation areas so that trucks can drive around them automatically. And we have unlocked a recipe for making green circuits from stone tablets or from wood. Stone tablets are made from stone bricks. So anyway, that's where we're at. Nothing here is relevant to us right now. All I can really do at this point is connect our 2 networks because we are making power in this thing. And because we're making more power, I think we're actually making enough power to merge our electricity networks, which should mean we can continue to run overnight. So let's see if that does work. I'm just going to wait until daytime comes back. As if by magic, we are now doing all the work I queued up during the nighttime. It's now running over to using these fuel canisters for power. It has joined the electricity networks, which now means I think I can put a power pole here. Yep, and then I can take away these power poles because they were running parallel to the old one. And in what other ways can I improve things? I think we can get rid of this string of power poles and just run one across here. Good, and then that means I can take away this, and this. So we now have just a ton more power poles in our network. And you can see that even though we have run out of electricity here, and the power network is a bit dire, we are continuing to run, we are continuing to do science, we're continuing to produce. So all is good with the world. I'm going to set this back to inserters because inserters are just something we are going to need an endless supply of. We've unlocked the hauler, which requires chests and engines. This required some burner mining drills and some engines. We are just trundling through. Vehicle depot is the next tech. I'm going to select that, and that. And then that's where I'm going to end this. We've made it through sort of the equivalent of the burner miner phase. We have got to the point where we can make our own electricity. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. My plan is to do a complete playthrough of this mod pack, probably with a lot more cuts than I did today, over the next month or so. So we will be back to our normal scheduled speed running soon enough, and the High Block series will continue anyway. but I just thought this would be a fun monthly map to try out, and I thought you might enjoy watching it. So, if you're enjoying this content or any of my other content, please like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.